So the Madden 27 beta is virtually wrapped up and everyone's been dropping their videos talking about their time with the beta and their overall impressions. And I thought, you know what? Just like with College Football 27, I'll do the same, except my point of view is from a franchise-only player, user versus CPU, looking for the most realistic simulation experience possible, hence the name Simgamingnetwork. A lot of people get it confused thinking I only run CPU versus CPU. It's incorrect. User versus CPU is where I primarily play, and that is where my assessment of the beta is going to come from. Now, before we dive into everything, just a couple of notes. Number one, I understand this is not only a beta, but it's definitely an older version than we got for College Football 27, as they were missing a lot of key aspects. It's also why I believe we only had 4 teams available to us in franchise mode. Number two, I am going to do this organically. I want this to be a conversation with you guys, with my thoughts in the moment about several key things. Now, I wrote down some notes, or not some notes, but some topics for me to touch on. But once I read off that topic, I'm going to just give it to you the on-the-spot opinion that I have about that. And third, thank you for checking out this video, man. Appreciate it. And if you happen to be new, do me a favor, subscribe. I'm almost at 25,000 subs. Would love to hit that before College Football 27 releases in a couple of weeks. So smash the subscribe button, like this video, and also there's that hype feature. It's free. That helps a lot too, man. Click that. So let's go ahead, dive in and talk about my time with the beta. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the UI, because I mentioned the UI for College Football 27, and I really liked the rejuvenated new UI there. Now, Madden 27 did make changes to the UI as well. First thing I will say, it is very responsive. It is snappy. It doesn't have any of the lagginess that we've seen in years past, so that is the positive. Now, what I don't know if I dislike is the right word, but what I will say is that the UI doesn't seem as ingenuitive as College Football 27. It's like a reskin of the old UI. I really wish that they had just done something completely unique and new. It's not. It is different, but you can tell it's just like a reskin of the old one. Going into franchise mode, there are more changes prevalent there, but it's still the same style as previous, and not just an entirely new experience. So that was disappointing, because I really like College Football 27's new UI, and I'm not I mean, Madden 27's it's better than 26 and 25. Is it the same upgrade that we got for College Football 27? No. So there's that on the UI. Next, we're going to just kind of transition into franchise mode. I'm only going to mention a couple things here because I didn't spend a ton of time looking and testing at all the other stuff, because it's a beta and there's going to be a lot of stuff changing with that before release. So the key takeaways I have is, number one, a lot of people are complaining about contracts. We can't do custom contracts. To me, I don't care, because this new system is 1,000 times better than what we had before, and I have the assumption that the goal was get this new system in place for 27, and then for 28 they'll expand on it and allow us to do custom contracts as far as the money, right? I think that's something that's going to be in the game next year. To me, having what we have for 27 is well worth losing the ability to set the bonus and year length and salary amount, because it is better, and I do fully assume that that'll be re-implemented in 28. Fingers crossed, but for me, it's a non-issue. What is an issue for me is reading the dev diaries, man, when they talked about bringing in College Football system, I should say, of tiered abilities. I thought that meant that no more of the arcade player abilities were going to be in the game. I thought they were going to just bring in similar abilities to college football Have some that are going to be similar, have some that be different, and then you have the bronze, silver, and gold tier that's going to have different percentage boosts. I don't know if disappointed doesn't even cover the way I felt when I saw Josh Allen has bazooka. Disappointment doesn't even cover the word that I felt when I saw quarterbacks have abilities that are perfect accuracy in various scenarios. Why are these in a simulation mode? Why is a quarterback suddenly gaining the ability to throw the football 20 yards further down the field in a simulation franchise mode? It makes sense for MUT. I've been saying for years, this is an Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team's arcade. But franchise mode's not supposed to be arcade. There is no quarterback ever that's going to have perfect accuracy every single time they're throwing from a clean pocket. I can find videos and show of top quarterbacks all time standing in a clean pocket and having off-target misfire throws. There should be no perfect anything, no guaranteed, no absolute anything in a simulation football game franchise mode. Want it for Ultimate Team, that's fine. But at the same time, college football has realistic, scaled, percentage-based, no guaranteed abilities, and they have Ultimate Team, and it works just fine. Why EA is dug in the ground on keeping this ability system that's been in the game for too many years. What is this, year 8? Too many years. I have no idea. They have the perfect system in college football. You guys have merged the games together, essentially in every other aspect. Why stop at the one thing that is truly holding your franchise from being a simulation experience back? I don't know. The second thing is coaching abilities, man. Last year, initially, I had no issues with the coaching abilities. I thought they were very, very cool. And I was like, okay, this is awesome. But then the more you play franchise mode and you level them up, you see how overpowered they are. Not all of them, though. There are certain ones that are overpowered. The ones that are overpowered are the ones that give plus anything to ratings boosts. Those are the ones that are extremely overpowered. There are some that give +7 for play recognition, +7 for man coverage, +7 for interception, +7 for zone coverage, etc., etc., etc. Those are the ones, and you can stack them with others. Those are the ones that are extremely overpowered. And did EA change them? No. Did they tune them? No. Was Camp Counselor addressed? We know what happened last year, right? A person dropped a video. You could stack Camp Counselor and you could upgrade a player like 15 overall in the preseason. Was that addressed? No. Why are we putting arcade shit in franchise mode? I think coaching abilities, and they do have some that are very realistic, but then they throw in the arcade things, and I just don't understand it. I don't. And we still have arcade, simulation, competitive game style. Why? No idea. College football has never had it, doesn't need it. Why is it still in Madden? I just don't understand some of these decisions to hold on to things that need to be buried 6 feet underground and just chalked up to, yeah, we tried, wasn't the best idea, we got new ones, let's move forward. EA's given up on other features way quicker than they have some of these. I don't know what the holdup is, man. Alright, anyway, that's the rant for franchise mode. Let's talk about gameplay, because that is the most important thing, and gameplay is drastically improved over Madden 26. And if you played the College Football 27 beta or saw people talk about the College Football 27 beta, you'll hear gameplay overall was very positive in people's reception of it. And Madden's going to be the exact same way. So some things I wanted to note about gameplay. So the first thing is the immersion. EA has made a big focus on trying to improve our immersion. They did so with the update of the weekly recap show, the halftime show. You know, they've given us 3 commentary crews, the new franchise hub, things like that. All that stuff is very immersive and is a big part of the game, and I appreciate them for doing that. But the on-the-field immersion is lacking significantly compared to College Football 27 or 26 or 25. The college football experience on-field immersion is just absolutely insane. Now, of course, college football is going to have more immersion than the NFL because you got way more crowd involvement, chants, you got the band, you got the mascots. I understand that. However, we don't got the stadium noise, we don't got the stadium chants, we don't got anything that makes you feel immersed on the stadium level. You don't got the cuts to the crowd like you do in college football. All that stuff is just missing, and so you don't have the on the field immersion in Madden that you do in college football. Now, hopefully that is going to be the next step. And part of the on the field immersion too is, you know, instant replays are few and far between. I want the full instant replay, man. You literally have a button that you can press to skip it. Pop that thing up, man. Big plays, and you still don't get instant replays. And then when you do, most of the time the angles are absolute dog water. Like, I don't understand who came up with these angles for instant replays, man. You guys literally had the perfect replay angled system when you did the CBS style presentation from Madden 13 through Madden 17. Pick any one of those games, the instant replay angles were perfection. Left that, and now they're shit. It is what it is. Ask anybody, the instant replay angles are atrocious. They make no sense. Half the time you can't see what's going on. Half the time they cut out the important aspect of the play, and we just see the guy running in from 15 yards out. Like, come on. Can we get replays addressed here? That's an immersion thing. Penalties. So penalties are definitely going to be in the game this year, which is just like in College Football 27, which is huge. Because we've been crying for penalties for a long time, and it looks like EA finally listened. So I'm very excited about that. I played all pro default. I didn't touch a thing. I didn't touch penalties. I didn't touch auto subs. I didn't touch gameplay sliders. I didn't touch threshold. Didn't touch a thing. 100% default all pro. And I was seeing some false start when you're trying to draw the CPU off sides. Had roughing the passer. I didn't see a face mask. I know there was lots of face masks being seen on College Football. I did not see one in Madden. I did not see a DPI either. Of course, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. But I'm going to assume that just like in college football, the penalty sliders are actually going to work when adjusted for Madden 27, which means we will be able to increase the penalty sliders and actually see the call rates increased from that slider increase. So I'm very excited about penalties. Thank you, EA, for making that adjustment. It's appreciated. Quarterback play. So we're going to circle back to College Football 27. When I mentioned quarterback play, I said I really appreciated the quarterback play there, which is true. It was solid. The one thing that I didn't see playing on default All-American was off-target throws. However, I mentioned that when I say off-target, you guys, I mean uncatchable off-target, like overthrows leading a guy too far. There are plenty of off-target throws where it's not a perfect pass, but it's still catchable. So I'm referring to uncatchable overthrows, etc., when I say off-target throws. So College Football 27, I didn't see any of that on default All-American. However, the quarterback percentages ended up being realistic because the pass coverage is so good, there was lots of pass breakups and knockouts. The quarterback would throw the ball into contested situations, and the receiver would have the ball knocked out, punched out, kicked out, knocked out, whatever you want to call it, right? In Madden, transitioning over, I was seeing off-target throws, like uncatchable by myself and the CPU on default 50. That was awesome. Like every single quarterback I played, I saw that. So I was super excited about that. Now where the issue is with the quarterback play is, well, first I'll say what else is good about the quarterback play. The quarterbacks were very good at avoiding pressure when they're able to move left or right. They were very, very good at moving away from pressure, throwing on the run, scrambling, throwing it away. It was really, really good what I was seeing. I didn't see any turning and running backwards crap. I was truly impressed when the quarterback was able to move left or right to avoid pressure. Where there is an issue, they do not step up into the pocket. So if the edges get pressure on the outside and drive upfield, the quarterback cannot go left or right. He will essentially get sacked because he will not step up, even though there's a lane to step up and either throw or take off. I saw zero stepping up in the pocket. And so basically, when there wasn't pressure from the edges pushing up field, there weren't a lot of sacks. But as soon as you're able to get pressure up the field from the edges and you took away the quarterback's ability to scramble left or right, that's when the sacks started to pile up. They would be able to get rid of it sometimes, but other times they just couldn't get rid of it. So I hope EA can tune it so that the quarterbacks will actually step up into the pocket and not always run, but throw it, step up and throw. And then I want to circle back. This is piggybacking off the quarterback plays, the wide receiver catching. So like I mentioned in Culture Bowl 27, we had realistic completion percentages because of all the pass breakups and knockouts from the better coverage. Madden has the same tight coverage. The problem is wide receivers were catching everything. It literally felt like Madden 16 aggressive catch here. They were catching everything contested, no pass breakups, no knockouts. And the game, I mean, it didn't matter if there were snow games or not. That's what happened. So hopefully they tune it. I tested this with the AI wide receiver on and off, as last year turning it off was recommended to get more of those knockouts. It didn't matter. User and CPU wide receivers were hanging on to everything. So if they can tune that, you get more realistic knockouts and completion percentages. Tackling was a mixed bag, man. Saw a lot of really cool new animations that kind of stuck out to me that were like, wow, that was really nice. And then I saw a lot of repeated animations. That's concerning because it's a beta, right? Played the game for a couple days and you're seeing multiple repeat animations in the same game, when the whole point of the physics-based tackling, I remember them dropping the video, was that you shouldn't see the same tackle and have the same outcome over and over again, because it's all going to be adjusted based on where the player is getting hit or whatever. I was seeing the same exact tackle animation occur multiple times in the same game, and it was like the kind of the pick up, throw them down animation. I don't know. Hopefully they can tune it, but that was a little concerning. I don't like seeing the same stuff play out over and over again, especially with such a short time into the game. Trenches, really good, and then also I'm not sure. So running was really, I like the run blocking, man. It was really well done, and you definitely have to learn to be patient. You can't do some of the stuff that was successful in previous Maddens. The CPU is going to stop you, and I learned that the hard way. But when you're patient, you kind of follow your blockers, do not turbo, and accept that sometimes you're just going to only get 1 or 2 yards. That's just a fact of it. Instead of trying to always bounce it outside and get a big gain, you'll lose yardage. You just have to accept your fate sometimes. So really like what's done there. Pass blocking, I know they've already come out and said that they're going to adjust the blocking to get more of a U-shaped pocket, which is a good thing. The pass blocking, there was again, mixed bag here. There was a lot of good there that I saw, with good pass rush, even seeing some collapsing of the pocket, which was impressive to me. But then there was also a lot of insta sheds, and not insta sheds that happened like, oh, they got into like a little, hand fight or whatever, and then the guy just won from an insta shed. No, I mean like immediately just insta shedded off the snap, which I do know happens in real life. However, it was happening very frequently in the same game, and it also happened really for the CPU, not the user. So I don't know. It's a beta. We'll see what happens on launch, but that was one thing I was noticing. Too many insta-sheds immediately upon the snap of the football. So coach suggestions. I tested this just like I did in College Football 27. Definitely improved over the last 7 Maddens or however long it's been an issue. Definitely improved. That's all I'll say. It's very, 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 very much better than it was previously. I don't know if it's as good as College Football 27, as I did start to see some replay, some plays that I already ran suggested after about a quarter, where I never felt like I saw the same play. Like, you can tell from play call count, right? I never really felt like I saw a play that I'd already ran suggested again in college football, or it was like on a second or third page. It wasn't ever at the top page. Madden, I was definitely seeing some plays suggested again, but it took a while. There wasn't like right away. There was some gaps in between it. So overall, happy with the coach suggestions. They made an improvement there. I hopefully continue to expand upon it, but very good. CPU play calling, much better. So run pass ratio and the 4-vert spam has been the biggest issue with CPU play calling for the last couple years. Last year in the Madden 26 beta, the CPU ran the ball a ton, but that was only plain out. They didn't have franchise mode. This year, they actually have franchise mode, and I can tell you the CPU runs the ball. The run pass ratio is much better than Madden 26. And also, as far as the 4-vert spam, I didn't really see it at all. We know that they call 4-verts 5 to 7 times, if not more, a game last year and the years before that. I didn't see them call 4-verts one time. So hopefully that is not a fluke and that holds up, because I'm sick of seeing them call 4-verts all the damn time when you have so many plays in your playbook. One really cool thing that they added is your pre-snap coach suggestions. So everybody knows you have coach suggestions to pick a play, but what they added for this year is you call a play. Let's just say you call a run play, right? And you get out there and the defense comes out, it'll pop up in the bottom left hand of the screen. If they come out in a run defensive play, like they're loading the box, it'll pop up with a little notification from your coach that'll give you a recommendation of what you should do because of the look the CPU gave you. And you can press square, it'll bring you in to make an adjustment to change. It's like sometimes it'll say, hey, they loaded the box, you want to spread the defense out to get a better look. You can just press square and go ahead and audible and make your changes. It's really, really cool. It does this for offense and defense. The problem is when you're on defense. CPU comes out in their offensive look, you're out in your defensive look, there'll be the notification that pops up that the coach says, hey, you need to do X, Y, this. Sometimes it'll say one thing, sometimes it'll be 2 things based on the look. The problem is by the time you have read what it says, the CPU is snapping the ball. Because, for whatever reason, they still don't program the CPU quarterbacks to take any time at the line of scrimmage. So if that box doesn't come up, you have plenty of time to make your adjustments, whether you're doing it the old school way or you're doing some of the new custom, the custom adjustments that you have built in. You have your time. You get out there and you can quickly do a quick line shift, show cover 2, cover 3, and then you can do like your aggressiveness or conservative adjustment, etc., etc. You have time to pull that off. You don't have time if you're reading what it says and then you need to go make that adjustment. They have to change the CPU quarterbacks to spend more time at the line of scrimmage before snapping the football. I don't understand why this is even an issue. They're trying to they're trying to like rush the game. Like, we know that EA is trying to rush the game, but the quarterback spending more time at the line of scrimmage is keeping the clock running. It's more beneficial for you to have them spend time at the line of scrimmage, IDing the mic and seeing that animation and, hot routing, formation shifts, etc., than it is to have the standard, because we don't have the huddle anymore, right? They literally just they walk up as soon as the quarterback gets set. Within 3 seconds, he's essentially snapping the ball unless there's a player in motion. So really, really cool concept. Works great on offense. Defensively, doesn't work very well because you just don't have time. Hopefully they can tune that. Would love to have the CPU spend 10 to 15 seconds at the line of scrimmage. They do that in real life. Again, I don't see why this isn't a thing in franchise mode. CPU clock management. It was definitely improved. Madden 26, we know there were some issues, right? Definitely improved in 27 from my experience. Now there were some weird issues there, like CPU driving, at the end of the half, and they'd pass the ball to the wide receiver, and he'd, catch the ball, whether it was a first down or not, doesn't really matter. They would go into a hurry up. Makes sense, except they would go into a hurry up and run 8 or 9 seconds off the clock from that hurry up, and then they would call the timeout. That doesn't make sense. The timeout should be called after the wide receiver goes to the ground. If he's not able to get out of bounds, call the timeout right away. There's no reason to waste 8 or 9 seconds trying to run the hurry up and then calling the timeout. So hopefully they can adjust that and tune that, but that was the only issue I really saw. The other thing is, I think this was a glitch, but I will say that I played a game where the weather said heavy snow, right? I was super excited. Got into the game, there was no snow, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be dynamic snow, let's go. I'm super excited for this. You could tell it was cold out, but there was no snow falling. Played the whole first half, snow didn't start, and I was like, all right, we're gonna be in for it in the second half, right? It's dynamic snow, it said it was gonna be heavy snow. The halftime highlights from the commentator, Mike Tirico, showed plays from the first half where, again, there was no snow. Magically, my players had snow on them. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Come out to receive the second half kickoff, and it had started to snow. It wasn't a heavy snow, it was a light snow, but it started to snow. I was like, all right, cool. We got the dynamic snow, let's go. I broke a big run, scored a touchdown in 2 plays, and kicked the extra point. On the extra point, the snow went away. It didn't fall down anymore. However, all the players continue to have snow on their jerseys. So I'm assuming that's a glitch. It's a beta. I'm not putting too much weight in there, but I'm going to throw that out there. I don't know if anybody else had this either. But if it is a glitch or whatever, I hope that it's addressed for when the game launches for sure. So I'm just throwing it out there for that reason. Now there were 2 things that surprised me, man. The last couple of years, with the new kickoff rules, when you were receiving or kicking or whatever, you would select the type of kick you want to do. But more importantly, when you were receiving, you would put, like, if you're going to receive like a landing zone kick or a regular kick return, whatever, and then the CPU would literally kick whatever you selected. So if you selected you're going to want to do the return, they would kick it in that landing zone every single time. They got rid of that for Madden 27, which I think is a big win. Now you just select your return. They might kick it deep into the end zone. They might kick it short where you can return it. Like, you don't know. It's a variety, and I think that's a huge win and a quality life feature, and I just want to call that out as I am grateful for that change. Also, I noticed with punting, man, there's snap variation now. So I saw several. So I had one where the snap went high and the punter had to reach up high to grab it and then, bring it back down and punt it. And I had another one where the snap went to the right of the punter and he had to move over to the right to catch it. But then he just didn't catch it and punt it. He did like they do in college where he caught it and then he ran up a step or 2 and took a running punt. It was super cool. I hope I did a good job of explaining it, but it was awesome. The punt went to the right, and so he caught it and then took a step or 2 moving forward and punted it on the run type of thing. So that was really nice and unique that they added that to the game. I hope they do more of that, man. I hope we get more snap variations with not only punting, but on field goals and even quarterbacks, having variable snap locations and stuff like that, and even ones that can kind of go over their head and stuff like that, because that does happen in real life. So that's my main points that I wanted to touch on with Madden 27. Then I'm going to kind of do what I did with College Football 27 and be like, so should you buy this game? And just like with College Football 27, I'm going to tell you, no, you shouldn't buy this game, solely for the purpose of that I'll never tell someone to spend $70 or more on a game. What I will tell you that this game is 100% worth your $6 EA trial. The gameplay is substantially improved over Madden 26, just like College Football 27's gameplay substantially improved over 26. Now franchise mode is TBD. There's some of the arcade stuff, like the abilities we can turn off, the coaching stuff we can't, you know, so that's something that you need to take into consideration if you're a franchise player, if you're able to, you know, just delegate it and, you know, out of sight, out of mind it type of thing. But the gameplay is actually going to be really, really solid. So it's 100% worth the $6 trial, just like it is for College Football 27. And again, if you time it up right, you can get both games under that 30-day window, and you do get a 10% discount if you have the EA pass or whatever. You get it if you decide to buy the game because you like it. You do get 10% off. So it's, I think, 100% worth it to get that and get the early access. And then if you're a franchise gamer, spend your time in franchise. Don't waste your time in Play Now, Superstar, anything else other than franchise mode, because that's where you live. That's going to be what's important to you. That's how you're going to know if this game is worth purchasing for you. I do believe the gameplay is a huge upgrade, and they did make a lot of improvements to franchise mode. So I do think it's going to be worth it, despite some of the arcade features that have still been able to remain in the game. Overall, though, this is a huge leap forward from Madden 26. Hopefully the game releases and it doesn't have all the missing stuff from last year. That's what kind of screwed up Madden 26 for myself and a lot of people, is that they didn't get some of the features that they talked about in the dev diary that was released in June. They were missing in Madden 26 until the patch the week before Thanksgiving. That is too long to have missing features that you touted in a dev diary about a game that released, like August 7th or something like that. You know, so you have September, 3-4 months later until that. You can't do that. So that's going to be important for Madden 27 is, I understand we're going to have patches for bugs and stuff like that. That's okay. But we can't have missing features discussed in a dev diary absent from the game on launch. It just can't happen. So anyway, that's where I'm sitting with Madden 27, you guys. I think the gameplay is going to be great. It's on par with College Football 27. A little disappointing with the, like I said, the arcade stuff and franchise mode, but they did add a lot of other really, really great stuff to franchise that I think can offset it. If you are on the fence, you weren't able to play the beta, I don't know if this is going to impact your decision or not, but regardless, spend the $6, get the EA trial, you get 10 hours with the game, you can do it, time it up perfectly, get 10 hours with College Football as well, and then if you decide to buy either of the games, you get 10% off. So that's where I think I'll direct everyone on this, unless, you have a feeling you're going to get it. Otherwise, that's awesome. I hope you're in for a great year, and yeah, man, that's the video. Hope you guys appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below of what I had to say, and also drop some of your experiences, your thoughts on your time with the beta if you were able to play it. Otherwise, stay tuned to the next one, y'all. Peace.